My girls. I got my little boy under the table here. Not so little anymore. He's 10. And I remember when I started going live. Oh my gosh, I don't know how old you were. Like 2 years old. Now he's like a full grown young man under there. What's up? It is, oh my gosh, it is What's Up Wednesday. What am I calling this again? Again, this is a new series, okay? So if you're coming in on live, let me know that you're in on the live. If you're coming in on the replay, comment replay. Your girl is back on YouTube, and it's a slow get up, but that's okay. Work through it Wednesday. That's what we're calling it. Work through it Wednesday. And so the purpose of these lives is just to like follow along on how life gets messy, and if you have goals personally with your health, with your wealth, or just in life, this is your community. I'm your girl. And my goal is to help you stay on track. Okay. So every week we talk about a little micro goal. I share mines because that's what I know. But I also would like for you to share yours, because when you write it, when you share it with others, the likelihood of it coming into fruition, coming a reality, totally happens. Okay. So let me know that you're here. I'm going to look at my little notes here, because you know your girl, she always goes off topic. Okay, so if you're new here, my name is Rochelle, Rockstar Rochelle here in the social media world. I have been on the online space for 10 plus years. I built a very successful YouTube community, which I feel is very successful when I'm able to know, like, and feel like I'm part of your family. And I hope you felt the same way about my family. That is success. And I did take a little bit of leave of absence in 2023, mainly 2024, because my mom got sick and she is now with the Lord. And so we're in late 2025, and I'm trying to come back. Okay, I'm trying to come back. So I'm trying to let you know every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday. That's going to be the plan. And I know how this works. You know, in the beginning, it's going to be nobody. And then eventually we're just going to build. So, and that's what these goals are, right? This is what working towards a goal is. It's trying something. And if it's negatively affecting, then we need to make changes. If it's working well, let's keep going, right? And so with these lives specifically, I think what I might need to do, just like how I did every Saturday, was like, actually, I don't know if I need to pinpoint a time. And you know, a part of my heart says like there's a resistance to it, and you got to listen to yourself. Okay, that's one thing I'm learning about myself, is I have to listen to that. The main angst I have with that, and the main pause, is because I don't like to. I'm in that piece where I'm not on anybody's time clock but my own and my family, and to put a time clock or a timestamp on something, it's going to stress me out. I remember when these kids were small, and I'm like, you know, I would literally come home from work, quickly say hi to them. I was like, Mommy's got to go live. Mommy's got to go live, or Mommy's got to do a video, you know, and I would just rush in and just brush them off. And I really don't want to go back to that life, you know? Okay. So that's something to think about. Maybe that'll be on my next list next week. Okay, so I want to recap on Sunday when I made my goals. I have it here. My first goal, you know, I do a health, a wealth, and a mom goal. Hi, friend. Hey, Kelly B. What's up, girl? Share with us any goals that you are working on, small, you know, or huge, because it could be part of a huge goal that you're working on. Today's Work Through It Wednesday, where I come in and check with you on how those goals are. So I had a few goals. One was to get the kids ready for school. We start school next week. Okay, that's a mom goal. My personal health goal, keeping this weight off of 20 plus pounds, is to have an extra day of weightlifting. Okay, I have 2 set with my trainer that I hired. And then I want to do one on my own. And then ultimately, I want to be able to do it 4 times a week. Okay. And then the third goal was for my business goal, and that's to like share my water video or my business video to 5 people, have 2 calls. You know, usually this is how business is with me. Okay. If you're like, Rochelle, how do you do it? Like, I saw your $7,000 paycheck the other day, or like the 1,900 paychecks. how do you do it? Basically, people come talk to me or I connect with them in some way. I send them a video. I hop on a call and then, I help them order their ionizer. I can't try to keep it that simple. And then if I can't do it, I do have a team that does my calls, because sometimes I get people from Australia, or the other side of the world where I'm sleeping, and I don't want to miss an opportunity to make an impact on that person's life and their family. So I will put them through our team call. Like we have a platform where they can just pick a time and then they connect with the time that works for them. So that was the goal. So that's a quick recap. And then now I'm going to tell you how we're going through it, how we're working it through Wednesday. In the meantime, Callie says for the month of August, Adam and I are walking Monday through Friday. I remember that. We had that little walking goal, right? And ensuring we give each other a compliment daily. I love that. I don't know if you've read the book The Secret. I read this like when my husband and I were first dating. This was like what? Started dating in 2007. And one of the first tasks, right? I think it's called The Secret. Anyways, it's about, correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the first tasks was to give your spouse or your significant other, I want to say, a compliment every day. And sadly, for some people, it's hard. And that's what marriage is, right? Right, girl? We have our highs, we have our lows. And especially when we're in our own personal, like, rough space, it's like, how do we pour into somebody else and lift somebody else up when we're like barely like hanging on to, like the cat, like the cat, because you're a cat person, like the cat photo, like you're barely hanging on, right? But then I don't know. Let me know. Have you noticed you guys like having a closer connection? I know it did for us. But I love that you guys are walking every day. And it's funny. I don't know, like as I was telling you in my other video, like as we get older, it's like the simple things, walking outside. It really does rejuvenate the soul and the relationship. When I did have my family walking with me, I really did enjoy that. So I'm thinking I'm going to start doing that now. Now that the kids are going to go back to school, we have more of a routine. I'm going to start doing that. She'll have to look into that book up. Exactly. We just want to be intentional about it, taking that time. Oh, I love it. Okay. So midweek, how are my goals doing? Okay. With the kids, they're ready. So they got the lunch boxes. They got they have each tote. I still have totes from 31, and my goal is still to give the tote to the teacher. So they have that all filled up with their stuff. They got their backpacks from last year. Thanks to Uncle Ryan, they got their new lunch boxes. So, they're set. Actually, Jonah, you need to go try on your uniform to make sure they fit. Can you please go do that? That's one of the last things. Okay. So I want to say that's 90% done. When it comes to working out and to my working out, I had my training class yesterday and then I have one Friday. I could have done something Monday and I could have done something today, but I will say I was like, oh, I'm so sore. She really did work me out yesterday and it really feels good. And then I thought about going to a class today. It's still early in the California time. I don't know. Should I go to her? Like, I'm not complaining. Like, I feel like I'm sore. But Saturday is like a long day for us. The kids are promoting their belt. I could squeeze it in Thursday evening, or I could squeeze it in Sunday, so I have to be really intentional about that. And the reason being is, I know TMI, but Aunt Flo came today, and now I know why I'm so like short-tempered and just like in a lull, like I don't want to do any reach outs. Like, I don't want to post. Like, even today, like, honestly, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot I have to do a live. It's Wednesday. And it's just crazy as, I've never really been in tune with my cycle, but in this business, you just learn about bigger things, people who are trying to do bigger things, and women in their cycle, like there's really a correlation to how you run your business. Like when you're in your ovulation portion of it, because that's when you're feeling your best, right? Because that's the time when you're supposed to reproduce. My confidence level is up. I'm more bold. all of a sudden I'm looking back at that week. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had 5 calls this week. Like, what is going on? What am I doing right? And then, like, I look at my calendar. I was like, oh, okay, this is ovulation week. Okay. And then now we're in the other end of that, right? Where my body is like getting rid and like, trying to reset itself. So am I, right? Flo puts a damper on things. Dang her, for real. But this is what Work It Wednesday is about. One, I realized there's self-awareness that, okay, there's something wrong. This is not me. Like, what really, Rochelle, what is going on here? Okay. You listen to your body, you listen to yourself. Thank you, Callie. This is like a very intimate, like, live. I feel like we're just chatting with each other because you're the only one watching. Which reminds me, you better hit that like button. I don't see you hit the like button. I'm just kidding. But Jonah says he put the like button. So one there, you did it. I swear. Love it, girl. I love it. I know you're laughing at the other end of that screen too. I know you are. But I was just saying, one is self-awareness, like, okay, what's going on? And then now that I'm aware of this, like, how do I overcome it? And I'm like, okay, Rochelle, it's just your cycle. Like, let's not let amp flow get in the way of the bigger picture here. Okay. So I will be more purposeful. And then at the end of this week, I will make sure that I get that 3rd training session in. Okay. Even if it's I have to do it at home. And then when it comes to my business, I've already shared the video 5 times. I've been on 2 sales call with the same person. I guess that counts, but I did get 1 sales call. I think we're going to solidify things next week. I did have a sales call last week and I want to solidify that, this week, so hello, my friend. Thank you so much for watching, the number 2 person. Welcome to the Callie and Rochelle chat. And then also, like, working on the sales, right? So I'm not going to, now that I know that AmpFlow is messing up my mojo, I'm going to be like, simmer down, AmpFlow. Like, let's put you to the side. You have your space. I see that you're here. You're making me feel a certain way, but how can I overcome that? And so that's one of the things that I'm walking away for work it through Wednesday, is that I know it's been off and I'm like, why? I looked into it. Now I know why. And so now I, like, when I check in with you guys on Saturday, it will be better. Okay. So those are some of the midweek adjustments. That's the new game plan. Is 1, I got to make sure Jonah tries his stuff today. 2, I will put in the calendar that 3rd workout session. And maybe me overthinking that it has to be at the gym is one of the reasons why I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. So maybe I need to reframe that. What working out and what my 3rd workout will look like. Maybe it'll just be at home. Okay. Also, like, when it comes to the sales calls, I'm actually gonna be bold and just like message all those people that were like, I was just talking, and then all of a sudden, like, those conversations just drop. That's like what we say in the industry, you're leaving money on the table. But in my point of view, it's like, it's not about the transaction. It's about, like, I actually do pray on these people. Before I go on a call, I pray and I go, Lord, what is your will with me for today? What is your will for me with this person? Because this industry, I am not meant for everybody. This offer is not meant for everybody. I used to bring in everybody, and it really drained me, because there were some people who were just like, just tiptoeing, in life, or just tiptoeing, when I got clients or teammates. And then I end up just like dragging them along, and that's not fun. Like, you don't want to drag your significant other throughout life, right? You want the ones that are like all in. I do. Here's the ring. Put a ring on it, and we're committed. So, I always say a prayer. And where am I? Do I let this person go lovingly? And I just gotta listen to the Holy Spirit. Like, before, it'd be like, no, Rochelle, you're holding on to them, until they say no. And I'm like, no, that doesn't feel right. So, with that being said, I like the rest of the week when it comes to business, I'm going to continue to do that. And just not necessarily face my fear, but just like face this ant flow and push her to the side and be like, okay, Rochelle, you got to do this. Okay. So that is the new game plan. And Callie, how are you in terms of like, are we keeping up to date? Did you and Adam have your walk already? Do you guys do it in the morning or after work? Like, I'd love to hear it. I'm really big on morning walks, so I think I'm going to start doing that with you guys. Maybe, and I'm really hearing too, like even after eating, after a meal walks are really, there's really beneficial in terms of digestion and sense of fullness. You know what I mean? So usually they say early morning or after a meal. Right. So let's see here. Okay, so the next few steps, the next one would be Saturday. We're gonna sort it out Saturday. You're gonna come in, and I'm gonna tell you the wins and the I'm not gonna say failures because there's no failure in our life. There's just feedback, what worked and what didn't work. We walk after work. We do walk before dinner. Oh, I love that. Work out the appetite, right? Maybe it makes you walk faster. You're like, I'm hungry. Let's go. Let's get to home faster. And so I will see you guys again Saturday and then Sunday. And I think that's what I'm just going to do. Just Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Just know that I'm going to be popping up live. Turn on your notifications or simply watch the replay. Okay. And then in between, I know I have to do stuff more on Anagic and Kangen water. We have Wagyu beef. The prices will be going up on the ionizers just because of the whole tariffs with Japan. So I need to get the word out. I know some people have been interested in it. And again, like me being so, I don't know why I have a block right now. I'm calling it ant flow. Is it ant flow? I got to work through this. Like I'm doing a disservice by not telling people. You know what I mean? Hi, Nancy. Maybe it boosts the metabolism before we eat. Yeah, 100%. Right? Oh, now you guys are flowing in. Nancy, are there any goals or things you're working on for yourself? How is Phyllis? Honestly, she touched my heart. Or I was thinking of her the other day, and I've been meaning to text you. So I know the last we chatted, Phyllis was she wasn't doing well. So I just hope all is well with Phyllis. And then yeah, so like I was saying, I'm doing disservice by not sharing, because as you guys see, like water, food, all that stuff, it's going to be a big thing in terms of changes. And every time I'm at work or I see something online that Jonah, it not necessarily triggers me, but it's just like there is lifespan and then there's health span, right? Like the other day, last Friday, I had a 35-year-old come onto my cardiac table for a cardiac catheterization. I'm like, 35. I'm like, your health span already started. Granted, he had diabetes. Diabetes is a disease you do not want. And then he was kind of like, talking about it with a badge of honor. I could hear him talking on the phone. It's just like, oh, I got to get a stent. I think I had a heart attack. And yeah, I'm about to go under the knife. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, no. I don't know what this is, but I'm like, as long as my goal is to extend that health span as long as possible, in honor of Mom to live a healthy, better life, 78 and beyond. So with that being said, I will see you guys on Saturday. Okay. Maybe I might do 7 a.m. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to try. I know, Callie, right? Granted, he had other like medical conditions. What? Do you have a cold? What? No. What? I'm gonna go downstairs. No, I want you to try your uniform. Sometime today. But I'm gonna wrap it up until I think I'm wrapping it up too. Okay. So I will see you guys Saturday. Maybe this Saturday I will try to go at 7 a.m. only because the kids are having their belt promotion. I know, Callie. Great question. And so it starts at 10 a.m. So I will be up. I do want to do my walk and then I'll come do live. That's what I'm gonna do. So 7 a.m. on Saturday. And maybe I'll start promoting that so that people can show up. My dad has not. We haven't started yet. So I tried to install it, and Jeremiah, my husband, tried to install it. I've installed several King and Water machines. My with the help of my husband who's like, he's the handyman. And one thing I'm learning in my business is like, you hire out your weaknesses. Your girl's a nurse. Your girl is a leader. Your girl's a content creator. Your girl is not a plumber. Okay. So I bought all these pieces. We tried to put it together. It failed. So thankfully we have a good family friend who is a plumber. And he's going to go out and set his up tomorrow. So I think that's one of the things that I'm going to add to my portfolio is like, now I have a hired plumber that I can resource you to. And then who knows, maybe he might go into the business with me. Why not? Like, just people are always adding things to their belt of multiple streams of income, right? I feel like that's the industry must right now. Before, when I was doing 31, like 31 was literally a hobby. Like nursing, definitely. And I'm sure you can relate to this, Callie. Like nursing was my vehicle to live the life that we live, right? House, mortgage, just having fun. I moved into this wonderful, my dream home, and it's just like things are just feeling tighter, and I've never felt that way before. I've been blessed to feel never like I was ever have to watch my pennies, but now recently I have. And I think that's why when I went to conference in San Diego, there's Jonah, like I was just like, yeah, this is my next vehicle. Nursing does this portion of my life. This is the next vehicle that with King and Water that's gonna excel me. So I'm proud to say that now I can offer, for those who are local, a trusted plumber. I can tell them like, hey, they want it to their sink, or they want it under their sink, or they want it like through their soap dispenser. So yeah, helps to know a plumber. Great network. Yes, absolutely. Look, Kelly says hi. Okay, go do your thing. Love you. Go.
Okay.
All right, guys. So I will see you guys Saturday morning. Ta-ta for now. And I'll probably go ahead and promote that too. That your girl's back on Sunday live. And actually, I will probably make the live right now so that it's out. Okay. Till next time, friends. I will see you Saturday morning. And keep working on those goals. Keep putting yourself forward. Keep making appointments with yourself. Okay. We show up for other people. It's time to show up for yourself. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Have a beautiful, blessed evening. Thank you guys. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless your business. And just God bless you. All right. Ta-ta, y'all. Ta-ta for now.